The second category of ratios after liquidity ratios is solvency ratios. Now, what are solvency ratios and what do they indicate? Solvency ratios, they comment upon the long-term financial stability of the business. That is, they comment upon the ability of the business to pay its long-term obligations. So by long term we mean a time period of more than 1 year. So students, solvency ratios, they are actually commenting upon the long term ability. That is, how well a business is able to manage its long term liabilities. There are various ratios which are used to calculate this thing. But before that, we must understand what are the basic points that long term lenders are interested in. As a long term lender, you would be actually interested in two things. Let's say this is a long-term lender. So he will be interested in two parts, and those two things are security of principal amount and ability to pay interest. Ability of the business to pay interest on the amount that it has borrowed. So as a long-term lender, he would actually check the financial position of the business, how well business is managing its assets, whether it is able to provide enough security for the principal amount. And the second thing is whether the business has enough profitability. The business is generating enough revenues so that it can pay interest on a regular basis. Now, to calculate or to analyze the financial position of a business on these 2 points, a lender calculates various ratios. These ratios include debt equity ratio, debt equity ratio. As the name suggests, it is a ratio between the long-term debts and the shareholders' funds. Then we have total assets to debt ratio. And lastly, proprietary ratio. So each of these ratios has a different significance, which we'll learn as and when we carry on. So let us start with debt equity ratio.